In today's video, I'll be going over a PlayStation 4 dynamic theme for Marvel Spider-Man that is absolutely free right now, so if you want to get in the Spider-Man mood before the official release this Friday, go ahead and download that dynamic theme and then activate it. We'll be taking a look at that. On top of that, it looks like we might be getting a free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO, and it's said to be AAA quality. Death Stranding is getting another presentation soon at a very big event. We've got two new PlayStation VR bundles with 2 games included each. I've been talking up PSVR recently a lot. I think the library is adding a lot of depth to it. Recently, we just had the release of Firewall 0 Hour, so it is a great time to check out PlayStation VR, and we've got some interesting words on The Division coming from a Ubisoft source that says that the PlayStation 4 version was throttled on Microsoft's request. Don't know if I buy that, but that's definitely gonna stir up some controversy. We'll be taking a look at that at the end of this video. First up, I know you guys like taking advantage of your free stuff. That's why you should definitely go ahead and download the free Spider-Man PlayStation 4 dynamic theme. All you have to do is click on the description box down below, log in, and you'll be able to claim your reward for the PlayStation 4 dynamic theme from Marvel Spider-Man. On top of that, there's a countdown to launch PlayStation 4 Pro bundle sweepstakes. I know sweepstakes are a long shot, but if you want to enter for that, why not? You might as well do that as well as you're getting your dynamic theme. The dynamic theme looks pretty slick. I think Sony always does a pretty good job with their own dynamic themes. There are a lot of themes available on the PlayStation Store. Some of them leave a lot to be desired, but this one really has that Spider-Man look to it, so if you like that look, if you like that red look, this theme will definitely be cool to activate. And again, it's absolutely free, and at the very least, you could just install it, download the theme, put it on, get you really in that Spider-Man mood, and then after you're done with Spider-Man, you can take it off. But again, link is down below in the description box, so take advantage of that. Moving on from that, it looks like a free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO is in development, and it is aiming for, quote, AAA quality. The official announcement comes from Leo Technologies, a publisher that owns the studio Athlon Games, and they'll partner with Middle-earth Enterprises to create a, quote, new AAA experience. It'll be a free-to-play MMO, and it looks like it'll have lands, people, and creatures never seen before by fans of the universe. It does look like it'll be coming to consoles, however, this is probably a long ways out and is more likely to be a PlayStation 5 game rather than a PlayStation 4 game since of how early on it is in development, but that's just speculation on my part. A Lord of the Rings MMO definitely could have a lot of depth to it, so this is something I'll definitely be keeping my eyes on. Moving on from that, Death Stranding to me was one of the more underwhelming games of E3. I was really hoping at E3 that we would get more clarity on what the game was, but just like in typical Kojima fashion, whenever you see more of a game, it seems like it comes with more questions than answers. However, Death Stranding will be getting another stage presentation at Tokyo Game Show later this month. The Kojima Productions Twitter account put out an official tweet saying, quote, Kojima Productions is back at Tokyo Game Show 2018 with a stage show on September 23rd featuring Hideo Kojima and cast members of the Japanese version. They also said to look for the Kojima Productions store. Now, it's unclear whether or not this will be a brand new showcase of gameplay. I imagine that it's going to be some more of the same stuff we've already seen. However, it is Tokyo Game Show, and that's usually a pretty big event. And typically we do see some heavy hitters come out of that as far as Japanese game development, so there is a chance that we will see some new stuff, or maybe we'll just get more insight on the Japanese cast. Whatever it is, it seems like Death Stranding is a game that has still captivated so many gamers, and it'll be another one of the major games that'll be shown off at the Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show, if you're a fan of Japanese games, for some people, it's going to be even bigger than E3. We might see the Final Fantasy VII Remake, we're probably going to see more of Kingdom Hearts 3, we're probably going to see new JRPG announcements, and all of the big games coming out of Japanese publishers and developers. Now, the only issue is I know there is a subsect of you that aren't a big fan of Japanese RPGs, and for those of you guys, E3 is still the king, and E3 is usually more Western focused, and it has a little bit of a Japanese flair. Of course, with the Tokyo Game Show, it's going to be primarily Japanese, so just bear that in mind, but of course, a large Western audience is looking forward to Death Stranding as well, and if we do see new gameplay outside of just insight on the Japanese cast, this could be something to look out for. We'll find out on September 23rd, and we'll definitely be bringing you guys the news. Moving on from that, Sony is introducing 2 new PlayStation VR bundles with 2 games each. It seems like it's getting a better and better time to pick up PlayStation VR. However, we are just right around Black Friday, so even though these bundles look very enticing, and I'll be going over them in just a second, remember, Black Friday usually has some steep discounts on the PSVR bundle. At this point, it's already September. I would really wait that 2.5 months or so you can capitalize and take advantage of the Black Friday deals. But let's go over the bundles that are coming. One of the PlayStation VR bundles will include the PlayStation VR headset, 2 Move controllers, the PlayStation camera, as well as Creed Rise to Glory and a download code for Super Hot VR. That'll be coming in at $349.99, so that's already a great deal, but think about a Black Friday deal on that. I could see it down to $249.99, and that's just an insane value. So hold off on that. You'll also get a PlayStation VR demo disc 2.0, so there's that to look forward to as well. The other bundle will be coming in a little bit cheaper, as the PlayStation VR Astrobot Rescue Mission and Moss bundle is also being released. It doesn't include as much, but it'll be coming in at $299.99, and it'll include the PlayStation VR headset, a PlayStation camera, the demo disc, and both Astrobot Rescue Mission and Moss. Moss will be coming in as a digital game voucher, and then Astrobot Rescue Mission will be a Blu-ray disc. I am so glad that coming out of the recent news and all of these bundles being released that Sony is staying committed to PlayStation VR. Personally speaking, I was an early adopter and I got a launch model, and that was so expensive, but now 2 years later, there are over 300 games, and there are some legitimate great games, from The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, Resident Evil 7 I thought was really good, Firewall, Zero Hour, Moss is a really good game. I don't think there's been that AAA super high quality system selling experience yet, but as far as a fleshed out library with a lot of depth, PlayStation VR has that. And how could I forget to mention a game like Farpoint? That's very good. But again, I wouldn't say that there has been that 9.5 out of 10 gaming experience. I just don't think PSVR has gone that, but you can see that developers are getting better and better with these technologies, and the games are getting better and better. I'm telling you guys that very soon we're going to be seeing some platform defining experiences on PlayStation VR, and now's a great time to check it out. Well, at least 2 months from now, I would say, because while these deals are really good, Black Friday is coming around and you'll be able to get much better deals then.
Your bond with Quill grows strong, and the journey you take together could change the fate of both our worlds. Shall we?
And lastly, I do want to take a look at this report coming from a Ubisoft source that Tom Clancy's The Division was throttled on PlayStation 4 due to Microsoft's request. Here's the official post. Occasionally, the level of parity in the game needs to be identical, therefore you reduce quality to ensure that everything looks of equal quality. On The Division, Xbox had a deal with Ubisoft, and a part of the deal was to ensure that the PlayStation 4 version did not look better than it. The resolution, frame rates, and density of assets could have been higher on PS4, but this was vetoed to prevent issues with Microsoft. I don't think this is completely out of line, but this is definitely going to stir up some controversy, and some people are going to be very upset just hearing about that. Now, something like this will be super interesting going forward, because it goes without saying that the Xbox One X is a more powerful console than the PlayStation 4 Pro, and we really haven't seen games being shackled on the One X because they want parity with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I haven't really seen that much in games, and no reports have come out saying that Sony wants parity between the two versions. It'll be interesting to see how the Division 2 turns out, but I imagine that on the One X, it is going to be a superior experience, considering we've had past Ubisoft published games like Assassin's Creed Origins. That game is just better on the One X, so I imagine the Division 2 will be similar. Still, I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys think. Do you buy this? Do you think it's BS? Let me know. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, you can get a free dynamic theme for Marvel Spider-Man. That game releases this Friday, but you can get in the mood right now. Link is down below. All you have to do is sign in and claim your reward, and that dynamic theme is yours to own forever. It looks like a free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO is in development. That'll be interesting to see how that pans out. MMOs have been gaining a lot of traction on the PlayStation 4. We see games like ESO and FF14 be very successful. people, I could see a Lord of the Rings MMO, if done right, do very well. For those of you looking forward to Death Stranding, we'll be seeing more of the game at the Tokyo Game Show on September 23rd. 2 new PlayStation VR bundles have been introduced, but like I said, hold off until Black Friday and chances are you'll be able to get even better deals. And lastly, what do you make of this claim that the Division quality on PlayStation 4 was throttled because of Microsoft? Do you buy it or do you think it's BS? Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.